Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Valar Learning Center YouTube channel. As usual, I am Mark Entrata, 47 years old, first degree black belt under the legendary Professor Cabrina Charles. And I've been doing Jiu-Jitsu for around 24 years, something like that. Quite a long time. And I am also the head of Alliance Jiu-Jitsu Manila, and our academy is located in Valle Verde Country Club in Pasig. Now, let us talk about today's episode because it's very important. All the episodes I do, very important. But this is something that we all want, which is to improve. Doesn't matter you want to improve. Of course, you're watching here because you want to improve your jiu-jitsu. But the formula is very simple. But just because it's simple doesn't mean it's easy. But there are three prerequisites for improvement, regardless whether it's jiu-jitsu, your romantic life, your personal life, your financial life, whatever you call that, financial life. But you get it. We all want to improve something, and hell, if we can improve all those aspects, then even better for us. But again, it has three prerequisites, regardless, whatever. Now, with the three prerequisites, there are also like let's say 2.5 and then a 3.5, little actions in between. And I'm not gonna deep dive on all of them. I'll do that in a separate video. See, that's why you should subscribe. But anyway, so let's get to it. You want to improve, right? If you don't, then just turn off the channel, or go watch something else, because you're just gonna be mediocre, and I don't want people to be mediocre. Mediocre people are the ones who always, complain. They're the ones who always think that life's against them. I don't want to be around those people. I want you to improve, so you become a happy person. So, these are the three A's. See, so it's very simple, very easy to remember. The three A's, the three requirements for improving. The first one is awareness. Yeah, awareness. Because you need to know what you need to improve on. It's very hard to improve on something if you don't even know what it is that you need to work on or what you need to do. You just go, oh, you just see the end result. Oh, I'm not getting this. I'm not getting this. But then why? You need to be aware. And the more aware you are of things you need to work on, then things are eventually going to be a little bit easier to solve. Now, awareness. There are basically just two ways you can be aware of something. First is, you have that self-awareness, which is very hard. But if you're very honest with yourself, then it shouldn't be that hard. But most of us aren't honest with ourselves. So, and the second one is people tell you, people make you aware of what you need to work on. Now, with the usual, as like the other videos that I make, I will use different analogies. And for this video, I'm going to be jumping from, of course, jiu-jitsu, but also whether it's romantic relationships or relationships in general, and finances, and even health, because they're all the same. So, awareness. Going back to awareness. The thing is, it requires a lot of humility. Whether it's because it's accepting that, oh, okay, you need to work on something. For you to achieve this goal of yours, you need to do this and that and this. So let's say for awareness, you're aware that, oh, I'm broke. So how do I make money? Something like that. Or what can I do with my skill sets? What can I, or in relationships, you're like, how come I'm still single? I'm like this age. I don't want to mention an age because I don't want people to go, oh my God. But anyway, something like that. And in jiu-jitsu, let's say, my guard always gets passed. That's your awareness. Now, that's just very general. But the more aware you are of the little details, then it's having a plan of action, which is the second A, action, will be a little bit easier. So let's go to the second part, which is the action. So now you know, okay, whether it's broke or I'm still single, what should I do? Or in jiu-jitsu, let's say your guard gets passed. Now, what details do you know about how you're getting passed? You need to know, all right, again, with awareness. Yeah, I'm jumping back on. See, I don't have a script. You want to know why I stopped making scripts? Because I realized that I can't even read. So anyway, so the more aware you are, okay, what type of guard pass? So let's say it's a kneecap. All right, what kind of kneecap? Oh, this grip and that grip, or this grip, what? The more detailed your awareness is, then the better it is, or the easier it is to make a plan of action that will make sense. Now, here's the thing with the plan of action: it has to be realistic, and it has to be sustainable, which is again something that which is something I will discuss in a different video. So, with your action, what you need to do first is, well, this is what you want to do, or you think you need to do, whether it's your awareness or self-aware or someone. Now, you need help. You need, because your plan of action should be more or less, or at least even in theory, should be the right type of action. So how do you do that? First, you seek knowledge. You seek help from someone who's been there. Okay, so let's say you're broke. You're like, oh, hey, I want to make some money or put up a business. Then you go to a businessman who is successful. You don't go to someone who's also who's like I don't know, like computer technician or something like that. He doesn't know. That's not, maybe that's not what he wants. That's not what he has achieved. So it doesn't make sense. So go to people who have done what you want or have achieved what your goal is, because they know the plan of action. Make sense? Now, with the plan of action, like I said, you have to be realistic. So first, you should keep putting a little bit of time frames. Now, let's say for health, you want to lose weight. Okay. So that's your awareness. Oh, I need to lose weight because you're getting sick. You're in your 40s. You have two kids who are still young. Now, you know that the plan of action is that the basic one is the basic stuff you need to do is move more and eat healthier. That's the plan of action. That's your plan of action. Now, you can't go, oh, all right, in 3 months, I want to lose 60 pounds already. Now, is it possible? Probably. But is it healthy? No. Is it sustainable? Definitely not. Next, who told you to do that? Remember, ask someone. If you can ask a professional, if that's something within your reach, great. It has to be real. So, what you do? All right, you want to lose weight. 3 months. At least be realistic and go, oh, if I can lose just around 5 to 10 pounds, great. Because it's not going to be super hard. The change in your habits aren't going to be like overly, again, different video. So, plan of action and the right direction. The same with, you want to put up a business. Okay, what do I need to do? I need to do this. I need my plan of action. Again, get it from someone who has been successful in what you want. Am I making sense? Next, what's the 2.5? Because number one is awareness. Second is action and realistic action and putting a little bit of time frame. Okay. But the 2.5 is this: assessment. So, like I said, do a time frame, 3 months. All right, where are you in 3 months? Why? Because your action, especially when it comes to losing weight, man, you won't even see it in the first week. You won't see it maybe a little bit first month if you're lucky. So you can't go, oh, it's not working. But in 3 months, if you do follow the plan, then there should be a little bit of improvement. Now, I'm just gonna go jump again in back to awareness and lack of awareness, or even because sometimes lack of awareness is also lack of information. Now, I know someone cardio's better than me, trains harder than me, works out harder than me, and doesn't eat. I think we just eat the same way. But he still, because later on we found out that even though he was working harder than me, there was a piece of the lack of awareness when it comes to his hormones. He has hormonal imbalance or something. So, but anyway, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not, but that's the real reason. So, even though the thing with awareness is, even though you're a hard worker, like I need to work hard, and you're disciplined, but if your actions are wrong, you're headed the wrong direction, then you still won't improve. You still won't. Just like, I know so many hardworking people out there. They work hard, but they're working on their, like this guy who's I don't doubt this guy's hard work. I see this guy in the Parañaque area and the BF Homes area. He's the balut vendor, one leg guy. If you're from the south, first comment, yeah man, I know who you're talking about, and plus it helps us with the algorithm. So just comment. No, I'm just kidding. So if you're from the south, you're from BF, you see this guy, man. Sometimes early in the morning I see him already, and even sometimes I run into him like 11 p.m., 12 a.m., midnight. He is still working, but he still isn't financially rich because the work he's doing, he works harder than that 100% than all the politicians out there, but they're the ones getting rich anyway. So you see my point. Doesn't matter how hard you work, your plan. If you're not aware of certain things, then the action is going to be useless. Now, let's assume that the actions are correct. So you make an assessment, or we don't know. It's still theory. Even though it's someone, because we're all different. It may work for me, even for the businessman, let's say, but maybe not gonna work for your type of business, whatever. That's why you have to have assessments. That's the 2.5. So assess 3 months. Oh, are you moving forward? Do you think you can do better? You can, or there are things that you need around 6 months to make a better assessment. Regardless, so you need to see. All right, this is working. This isn't working. Or so at least you know you're not wasting your time. Or now you know if you need to change the. But this is where everything gets tricky. So assessing things. Now, the last part, the last A, is accountability. Because with your actions, it's either you get closer to your goals or you don't, or worse, yes, and this happens, you become further away from your goals. This is where you need to be accountable. When you say, oh, 3 months, nothing worked, let's say losing weight, or even like gaining money, or having a date, having a lasting relationship, or okay, 3 months. But anyway, no one still wants to, people still ghost you, right? You have to be accountable. First, ask, did you follow the plan, the action? If your answer is yes, I did. Honestly, here's the thing again, honesty. You have to be honest. If you said yes, then now let's assess again the plan of action. Maybe just like my friend who I told you kept doing this, but then his plan of action wasn't the best to reach his goals. So back to the drawing board. So it's the same now, but the most common reason why we do not improve is we are not accountable for our actions. Why we don't reach our goals. Why? Because it's always easier to make excuse. It's always easier to blame other people why you're not reaching your goals. Why? Because it's an easier thing. And what do we do after that? Instead of going, oh, let's change the plan of action, or maybe I should actually follow the plan of action. Now, what do? You look for enablers. And this is how most of you end up single. Because instead of going, oh yeah, maybe it's because I have poor character. Maybe because, I just focus too. See, like some people, they just focus too much on their looks. Then we get a big deal. Their looks. I mean, sure, that's part of the attraction. Especially if you're a girl, sure, that's gonna get our attention. But let's say your goal is, oh, I want to attract and be with a great man, a respectable man, a decent man. Yeah. But then what? All your posts are, hey, down with anything, whatever. You're you're marketing yourself the wrong way. Then what kind of people do you think you're gonna attract? Sure, you can attract rich people, but that doesn't mean they're good people or they're successful people. Right? There are many ways to get. One of the best, fastest ways to be rich is do something illegal. Have no heart, have no spine. So those are the dudes, the rich dudes who will probably date you or something. What? Because your plan of action is wrong. Yeah, I go to the gym. Oh, I don't know. Have my nose fixed. Have what was it? Fat removal, something. The B fat removal, something. Yet you never even go. Oh, maybe it's because I'm a narcissist and I think I'm better than everyone else. Maybe it's because you're arrogant. And pro tip for the girls out there, for the women out there: no guy, unless he's a simp, really truly enjoys an arrogant woman. A woman will go, oh, I can do this. Oh, no one. Okay? Just so you know, I didn't write the rules. I'm just helping. Now, if you're mad at me, oh, how dare you say, and you're still single, then who do you think is correct, me or you? Why? Because going back to accountability and surrounding ourselves with enablers, because that's what a lot of us do. Broke people, you help them. Hey, this is what you need. But they don't do the action. And some of them will even go, oh no, I figured it's better if I do it this way. Oh, I know you did it that way. Then it doesn't work. Surprise, surprise. The next thing you know, people hold them accountable, especially if they're investors or whatever. Amen. Or people are depending on their actions. Hey, what happened? What did they do? Oh no, now they make excuses. And then the worst part is this. This is why a lot of us do not improve, which I think I mentioned. But again, if you surround yourself with yes men, with enablers, and people who's okay with you making excuses. Well, first of all, these people are okay with you making excuses because your excuses, the results or lack thereof, do not affect them. So let's say you want to be healthy, but you didn't reach it. You didn't. Then some of your friends, especially your coaches or people who tried to help you lose weight, are now holding you accountable. Brother, you didn't show up to the gym. You showed up once a week. The deal was 3 times a week. You keep eating sweets every day. That wasn't the plan. Oh man, you don't know my schedule, bro. Oh man, you're too much. You're abusive. Oh, that's like everyone's favorite term. Every weak person will call someone who's full of discipline or who wants them to be more disciplined as abusive. But then again, who's not reaching their goals? Is it you or is it me? Is it you or is it them? So going back to hey, you're still broke because you didn't do this, or you're still unhealthy. Now you surround yourself with people. Now you run to other people who are also probably unhealthy and unhappy. So, oh, these guys, they're being too hard on me because I didn't lose weight or I'm still chubby. Oh, bro, they're so superficial, bro. Bad vibes, BV or something. I don't know. Like maybe Gen Zs don't use that. But anyway, they're like, bro, cut him off, bro. You don't want that negativity in your life. Yeah, man. That's why you're my bro, man. Yeah, man. All right. Pizza? Yeah, sure. Oh, with chicken. Yeah, good. Yeah, and then what happens? What? 10 years down the line, if you want to be healthy, 10 years down the line, now you're sick. Now you have diabetes. Now you have heart problems. Now you have whatever, all these problems. Now you're gonna be like, oh. Yeah. And what happened to those people who virtue signal? People who were like, oh no, bro. They're not the ones who's gonna pay for whatever. Okay. So who you surround yourself with is very important when it comes to improving. Now, the general concept of the only way you can improve is very simple. I just broke it down into more specific things, but it's really very simple. It's your ego. Your ego will stop you from being aware. Sometimes we are aware of what we need to do. Next, our plan of action. If you're lazy, a lot of us don't want to admit we're lazy. So when it's time to assess and be accountable, it's always easier to make excuses and blame everyone else. Sometimes we blame what the patriarchy or something like that. Oh, it's the media. They're forcing they told guys to do this. Yeah, no, guys do that because we're guys, or that's what we're attracted to, whatever. So we keep blaming, but we never really look at ourselves and go, oh yeah, I didn't do that. Oh, I should have done that. Oh yeah. So the 3.5. So there's the accountability, and the 3.5 is this. Because the third one is account. The 3.5 is this: acceptance. Because there are things that doesn't matter. Well, first, like for me, my acceptance is this. Maybe I'll never be like super ripped. Why? Because maybe, who knows? Because but I'm doing so much better. Sugar, man, sweets, desserts, it's hard. Especially, I have so many loving students and friends. They're so loving that they always give me desserts and sweets, especially when they go to a different country. Oh, these desserts are exclusive to this country or this. I'm like, okay, sure. So I'm still but I don't blame anyone else. I don't blame them for giving it to me. I don't, so I've accepted. Okay, this is going to be very challenging for me. Also, another thing I've accepted is this: I will never be a high-level black belt competitor. Why? Because those aren't. That's a result of people doing different actions. Or sorry, I know my actions do not lead to something like that. It doesn't. So I'm not delusional and go telling people, oh, man, if I joined that, I could have beaten that guy. Oh, I know a guy who knows a guy who trained with that guy and trained with. He said that I'm better than that guy. You'll run into a lot of people like those. Trust me. So I don't. So those are things I've accepted already, and there are things that you need to accept also. Let's say you're 5'3", but you want to play. Your dream is to play for the NBA. Doesn't matter how much resources you have, how hard work the how hard you work. It's just almost physically impossible for you. So acceptance. So just take whatever it is you can. So now let's say you're that 5'3" guy, but hey, maybe you become you become very skillful and knowledgeable in the game of basketball. Now you just pass on that knowledge to someone who might be one day be able to play in the NBA. So don't wait. Whatever improvements you got after your assessment, and then you start use it. Because for sure, with some type of effort, with above average effort, you will improve. You may not reach your goals like the way you've envisioned it, but at least you've improved. As long as you do the right action. Because it really depends how really dedicated we are. So, with that being said, That's a plan of action. Sorry, those are the three major prerequisites for improving anything. Right? Again, we can get mad all we want. Especially this is whether I usually hear this with broke people and single people. They get mad. But it should be like that. Yeah, man, it should be. Should doesn't matter. But that's not the result you're getting. So you can whine all you want, and especially losers, people who lose tournaments and your excuses doesn't your excuses don't get you the result. So you can cry, you can have all these people who like to virtue signal and enable you to do this. But at the end of the day, if you're still far from your goal, especially after 3 years of trying, that's a far. Remember, I said earlier, assessment. If in 3 years you're still not close, if you're in 3 years you're still broke, in 3 years you're still single, if those are your goals, right? If in 3 years your guard still gets passed by the knee cut, then it really just means your ego is too big and you do not want to do the things needed to be done. Simple as that. So I hope you all learned something. I know it's another long video, but I really hope. Why do I want people to improve? Especially in all aspects of your life. Simple. Because when you improve all these things, in theory, most of you are going to be genuinely happy because you've accomplished something. You don't have issues with money. You don't have other life issues, etc. And I've come to realize and observe that genuinely happy people will not do anything malicious and go out of their way to hurt others, whether it's emotional or physical, or they don't. So the more happy we are, the more people we can help to be happy. Then the more this crazy world becomes a little bit more sane. So let's do our part. Let's help each other out. And with that, yes, thank you so much for watching. Also, want to give a shout out to the first time. See if you guys are still watching, and from the last video, Hafa, thank you for telling us your favorite Black Sabbath song. You're the only one who made a comment, so thank you so much, guys. You got time. If you're also a metalhead, my favorite band, Megadeth. Though I know Dave was saying it's like super weird and insecure. Comment below favorite metal band and the favorite song. Also, if you learned some stuff here, great, man. Just make a comment, or you want a shout out next video. So I don't know, like 100 people can hear your name. That's fine. That's cool. We're a small group, but we're getting stronger, getting tighter, and helping each other out. All right. So thank you so much again, everyone. Like, subscribe. I will truly appreciate that if you haven't yet. And I'll see you guys on the next video. But before that, remember to stay safe, have fun, and let's train jiu-jitsu until we are 99. And let's keep improving so we get things to what's Cobrina's favorite? Next level. Let's go. So I'll see you guys next time. And I'll see you on the next level. Os!